right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our digital desk here on this snowy Tuesday morning. I'm Mario Hilario. Allegra Zamore is live at East Providence, where she's been all morning long on Sunrise. And we're going to bring you now an update here on Facebook, YouTube, and X. So, Allegra, what you seeing out there? How much snow have you seen so far?
Well, I just actually measured for Christina, and I measured about an inch on the pavement and then 2.5 on the grass. So really not seeing too much right now. It is starting to come down pretty significantly, and you can see the roads here are pretty covered behind me. This is North Broadway that we're looking at over here, but the snowplows have been coming through and keeping things pretty clear.
Yeah. Now, I know when you first started a Sunrise at 4:30, literally it was like some flakes coming down. How quickly would you say it really started to ramp up and accelerate?
Yeah, I would say honestly within about 30 minutes. When I was on at 4:30, it was very lightly snowing, and then by 5:30, all of a sudden it was those really heavy, thick snowflakes that we were seeing, and they were coming down very quickly. They've definitely gotten a bit smaller than they were earlier this morning, but they're definitely coming down much faster than they were earlier this morning. It's definitely started to pick up in pace for sure.
Yeah. Now, where exactly are you in East Providence? I'm trying to
So
figure
I
it out.
can turn around. I am the intersection of North Broadway and Roger Williams Avenue is right behind me here. So we are just sort of, it's been pretty quiet actually this morning. There's been a few cars going back and forth, but really not too much. You can see right now there's barely any cars on the road right now. And here actually comes a plow that's about to go right behind me right now. But it doesn't look like too many issues if you're heading out this way this morning.
Yeah, I know during Kristen's traffic reports this morning, she was showing the Washington Bridge, 195 westbound. That traffic was usually like backed up for so much. It was like 3 minutes to get from the state line to the Washington Bridge. So I think a lot of people are staying off the roads, staying at home, working from home if they can. Of course, schools are canceled. So are you seeing pretty much that reflected where you are, where not a lot of people are out there?
Yeah, absolutely. I would say I maybe see a few 3 or 4 cars every couple minutes or so. There definitely has not been. I've seen more snowplows than cars, which is, I guess, a good thing and sort of what you want to see on a day like today. They've been coming through every few minutes or so, trying to clear off these roadways. But there's still, it's pretty slushy out here. It's honestly pretty slippery too. I'm on the sidewalk right now, and even I have boots on with some good traction, and they're still pretty slick. So I would say if you're even walking around this morning, it could be slipperier on the sidewalks than it is on some of the roadways.
Yeah, it's definitely that heavy, wet snow, right?
Yes, very much so. I had to change my jacket already this morning because some of it was getting wet already and my turtleneck that I was wearing this morning was wet. So I did a quick change to put some dry clothes on. But it's that wet stuff that's sort of like, if you have a dog, gets all matted in their fur and things like that. So I've got the braids on today to prepare for this wet and sticky snow.
Always a good reporter. You're prepared with change of clothes, with the hair
Exactly.
and braids. I know when you first started, would you say it wasn't really sticking to the pavement right away for the first couple of hours?
Yeah, it definitely took a while for it to start sticking to the pavement. We were out here probably for probably a good hour before we started to see just that light dusting on sort of the outer edges of the roadway. And then it really started to pick up. But even some of the sidewalks that we were near this morning, I don't know if they'd been treated or not, but they weren't really showing too much accumulation like the grass was anyways. But now it's definitely starting to pick up a little bit, but it took quite some time for it to start sticking.
Yeah, I know we've been talking all morning about the timing of this. It's the day before Valentine's Day, and a lot of places had reservations, like restaurants for tonight. Florists, had deliveries scheduled. What are you hearing from businesses about how this timing is impacting with the holiday tomorrow?
I know we spoke to some businesses yesterday that were definitely a little bit concerned that people might be canceling their reservations for tomorrow or not picking up their flower arrangements that they'd ordered. But we talked to, I believe, a flower shop in Attleboro that said we're still open, so you can call us and we'll put together an arrangement for you and you can pick it up tomorrow. They said they're not doing deliveries today just because they don't want their crews out there. And same with restaurants. The restaurants we spoke to in Providence said they'll be cleaning off their sidewalks so you can get to them tomorrow. And it looks like it shouldn't be too difficult if they're keeping up with it, that people should be able to get out and about tomorrow and celebrate the holiday.
Exactly. Yeah, I know. Mother Nature not showing us much love, right?
Right.
But I think the fact that there are so many cars off the road and not a lot of traffic, I think that's going to help really clear things up more quickly.
Yeah, gives the plows a lot of extra time and room to sort of get through and really we've seen pairs of plows too, like 1 or 2 and 3 even behind each other. So really just making sure they're sweeping through the area and getting what other ones maybe didn't get in front of them. So it's been a good thing to watch this morning.
Yeah. How I know you're bundled up, you got your scarf and your hat, but temperature wise, are you feeling, because it was kind of, when we started this morning, it was kind of mild, it was above freezing.
Yeah, it's honestly I've been colder. We'll put it that way. I'm not it's not warm, but I would say, the toes and the hands are usually the first to go, but I'm pretty bundled up. I have a couple layers on, but I don't have any of the hand warmers or the toe warmers yet, which that's usually my indicator that it's really cold. So this morning it hasn't been too bad yet, but I hear we're going to get a little bit colder, so I'm sure I'll have to break them out later this afternoon.
Yeah. So what are your plans for the rest of the morning other than being on our Today Show cut-ins and giving us updates? You know, kind of go out and about and see what's happening?
Yeah, we're gonna just hang out here. We'll be in East Providence. I think Christina said this was supposed to get hit with some of the hardest snow today, so we'll probably drive around here, find some more locations. I'm curious, there's a barber shop up here that was open at 6:30 this morning giving haircuts. And so I think we're gonna try to swing by there and see what the deal was with that, because it doesn't look like they normally open until 8, but I'm very curious to see what East Providence has going on, because clearly people were up and not letting the snow get to them. We saw someone running in shorts this morning as well. So there's some, people in East Providence aren't letting the snow stop them. That's for sure.
Yeah, well, we are hardy here in Southern New England. As much as we complain about it, we can deal with it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm seeing some cars behind you, some vans. So definitely,
Yep.
there are some people out there, but definitely not the normal volume of traffic you would expect.
Absolutely. Yeah. Especially on these busier roadways. I don't think I've seen more than 2 or 3 cars, even at the red light here at this intersection. So
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll let you go, get you some warm, because we're going to be back on NBC 10 during
Yeah.
the Today Show in about 15 minutes with an update. So get back in, warm up, and dry off, and we'll see you soon on TV on NBC 10.
Sounds good. We'll see you soon with another update.
All right. Thanks, Allegra. And thank you all for watching us here on our digital desk, YouTube, Facebook, and X. Stay safe out there and have a great morning.